the bat, right, is like one of the gods is like kind of uncounterable, right? Like he does what he's gonna do regardless. There's gods that do decent to him, right? Like Serket, Oelix. They're kind of strong, but even then, Kama always has. If you're hitting every button, Kama is always strong. That's kind of the way I look at Kama. Thor's kind of annoying into him, right? Because you just constantly have the beats. But this matchup looks pretty good for Kama. One of the things that stops Kama, right, is like being able to peel him, like Geb Shield, Shell, Capriol, any of those things, and they do not have that at all, right? So you're gonna have a free game, meaning what? So this kind of changes your build, because if they have like a lot of peel, you kind of want like the Heartseeker Crusher build where you're poking and you really have to find your opportunity to go in. But in a game where they have no Geb, no like actual peel, Bloodforge opens up, right? Like the Soul Eater Bloodforge serrated build, regardless of them having Divine and Brawlers, opens up because you're just going to get those kills, right? They have no way to stop you from getting those kills. If someone is 30%, you blink 2. Even if you miss it, you 1. Even if you miss it, you jump. Even if you miss it, you press 4 and you're going to kill that guy, right? So that's the thing, like worst case scenario, you're in a good spot to proc all of that. My boy Zakia, thank you for becoming a sponsor on YouTube. You're the GO. Piano will get us out of Venice. Thank you. So let's get into this. Much love, Piano. You're the GO, bro. Demon Blade or Boomerang from Merc? Demon Blade. But you overcap on attack speed. What's up, Marcus? So, yeah, they have a lot of good players here, right? So this is a good game for you to learn. I would say make this bigger and center it for UI purposes, right? Because this is so much information. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Like, when you're in the middle of a team fight, let's say you blink on someone, right? You 2-1, you get Thor dunks on you. Let's say you 2-1 on her, right? I mean, not on her, he's a support, but Hachi. And then he like Aegises, then he ults away, and then Thor dunks your backline, and then someone dies. Like, the first thing you got to look at in a very hectic team fight is this, right? Because both of these things is everything. Because now you know, okay, it's 5v5, 4v5, 3v5, and then you kind of take a read on the fight. That's how you read the fight. Like, what are you going to do next? This is the information you got to look at first. Then there's more. You know, the minimap is second, and then third are your CDs and what you have up and how the fight's looking, like what's actually in front of you. So you see it's like a layer, right? First layer, minimap, second layer, third layer, what do you have? It's like bomb, bomb, bomb. As you practice it, you'll be able to process information even faster. The best players in the game, whoever you consider the best, right? Like if you watch Adapting or you watch, you know, whoever, saw it or whatever you think is a really good player, you'll notice how fast they process information. It's hard to tell, like, you know, from watching it from a hindsight as a viewer on a stream, you could come up with a lot of information like in hindsight, right? You're not thinking about any of the mechanics, you're not thinking about anything. You're only thinking about what they're doing and whether it's right or wrong. So usually they're kind of correct in what they do, unless it's like Sot kind of just pressing W. But usually they're gonna play it right, and you got to like take information on, like, wow, they did so many decisions right in such a small window of time to think. And that's like a lot of it. So you're going I trans, right? A little bit of a slower build, right? Because you could go I Jotuns, but it's much better in terms of scaling, especially on a character like Camazotz, which you want to scale. And he's a big spammer, right? Because if you don't have mana, you're not a god on this character. So, and on top of that, mana equals health, right? If you think about it like that. Because it's sustained. So if you have 2,000 mana, if there's camps up, you have 2,000 health. So that's a way of looking at it. Do you have keybinds on your mouse? I mean, keys on your mouse?
I do, but I don't use them.
You should use them for relics. It's like, people always ask me, how do you beat so fast? I mean, for one, I'm always thinking about them using abilities on me, then beating. But sometimes there is a lot, like sometimes where I just reactionally beats. But that's because my finger is sitting on beats the whole time I'm playing. The whole time I'm playing, my finger is sitting on beats. Like, if you have beats, for example, and it's on R and your fingers are like not near R, you're gonna have to reach over to press R, right? How much time does that take? Maybe like 0.3 seconds or whatever. But in those 0.4, 0.3 seconds, something already happened, right? You already got hit by another spell, or you know, you already got hit by Kraken or something big. Just something to think about.
I have noticed that before.
Like anytime I get stunned, I'm reactionary. Like if I didn't expect to get stunned, right? Because usually I'm looking at all 5 characters, I'm tracking all 5 gods, all their spells. Where are they? Are they gonna CC me, right? But the one time, let's say I don't pay attention and I get Thor dunked, like I got stunned, I felt it, and I wasn't expecting it. Meaning beadsing is high value right now, right? Because I wasn't expecting it. And then there's pre-beads, which is the best way to beads, right? It's like you expected what was going to happen and you needed the CC immunity to kill. The problem is a lot of people think beads is like reactionary, which is probably, if you use the reactionary, it's because you didn't expect something, meaning you are already getting outplayed.
I try to pre-beats a lot.
Yeah, the better you get at it. It's good to even limit test, right? Just pre-beat some, like, that helps you learn track CDs, right? Tracking CDs is something that's really important as well. I love you, Rick. Thank you for watching the sets, bro. Wait, what the hell? I didn't have it play. So obviously it's a mistake, and I'm sure you know about it. But so what happened here is that you went for 2 autos, right? So you should go for 1 auto, and then your 2. The reason is that if you auto twice, this is gonna flinch, and these 2 aren't. So then you're gonna hit one of the side camps. So auto cancel your 2 with 1 auto, first one, or you could just start off with your 2 to make your life easy. Can I ask what MMR this is? This is, well, genetics and Saw are in this queue, so it's good MMR.
What a shame.
Okay, so you didn't get your first stack, which feels pretty bad on Kama. Nice. So you see there's another problem here or no?
The 1 mini for the level 3.
Exactly. So you just you auto the side to this one and then go right back to autoing this one. Cause you're gonna slow down your getting to mid a shit ton. Like right now, like this guy's probably about to have an aneurysm.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
No worries. So here you went your 1, right? Which is fine. I think getting your 1 is right. But when would you get your 3? Would you ever get your 3?
If they have immobile gods?
If you have pressure in lane is when you get 3. Reason being is what does more damage? Your 1 or autos? Autos, right? Because you have eye and you can stick on top of them. Your 3 and 1 damage is like it's probably like 20 damage difference. And your 3 is gonna guarantee more autos, so it's guaranteed more damage. So if you had pressure in lane, which you don't, leveling your 3 is an option. But I just wanted to give you the second option, right? Like this game is correct to level your 1. Good. Get your eye proc. All right. Who has an advantage right now? You guys or them?
We do. They just use the stuff.
Smart. So you see both their CDs down. So that's why you should have 2'd here this guy, right? Even if you miss, it doesn't matter. You go for it because he won 1 already. So like if you hit this, you have infinite pressure. You're gonna be able to win the trade. If you don't, it's fine. You just go to clear, right? But instead you hold it and think about this. Every second that if you use it now, guess what? It's gonna be up again right after the wave dies, right? Every second you hold it and don't poke with it is a second that it could have been coming up off CD for another one. It's an interesting way to think about it. I know he kind of cooked you there. Guess what? If you had, you would have a 2-up again, right?
Yeah.
Good shard value though. You did it properly.
That is unfortunate. Your left tower is under attack.
You don't use your with 2 here. It's a waste of mana. If you're gonna use any mana, it's your 1, right? Think about the damage difference between your 2 and your 1 on this camp, right? Your 2 is gonna do whatever 90 damage on 1 camp, while your 1's gonna do 80 damage on 3, right? And then think about the mana difference. You're using 10 less mana for triple the damage, right?
Though I did use my 2 for the passive, but yeah.
True, but you should be triple. I don't think that gives you passive, or did they change that? I think they might have changed that. I thought you only get passive off big camps. I'm pretty sure, but maybe I think they did something where they switched it. Chat, can you figure out if you 2 mid harpies, do you get the stack? But you would have had the stack, right? Oh no, because you missed speed stack. So I think you're right. He dashed. Okay, so here you play corner until you blink, right? So here is just a lack of experience, I think, or a lack of knowledge on whether archers are gonna hit you, right? Because when like right here I'm blinking because I know archers are gonna turn on me. There's nothing else to aggro, right? They're not an aggro of melee, so they're gonna aggro you. So I'm blinking here. He has no dash. What is he gonna? Even you don't need to do anything. If you blink here to him, he beats you 1. You auto cancel 3. You might get impaled in the tower, but you're gonna get that kill. And either way, if you get this kill and then die, it's still fine.
I tried time at the last second, but
Yeah, you did. You just messed up you just messed up in terms of like range on the archers, right? Which is something small. You know what I mean? It happens. But then you panicked, right? I think you panicked right after that because, okay, you messed up your blink, whatever. But why are you scared of this guy? Just keep running. Just keep running at him. Keep V-lining. He has no dash. But worst case scenario, you get impaled to tower, but you have 3, 2, 1, and you have shield buff. Like you're not gonna die here. You're always gonna kill that guy and never die here. Like mathematically speaking, you give this guy too much respect. Then you use your jump, which is a lot of your damage here, to cut distance, and you don't hit him. Then he knows to body. Then now you have no angle. You get a poopy jump, and then now he knows to body block your 2-1, and now he lives, right? So there's like 2 mistakes in this gank. That was good from the Kuzin. And this feels like kind of a bad gank, right? Because now you have the taxa waves, and you also wasted a health pot.
Enemies in the left jungle.
And now you most definitely back. Because this is a failed gank, right? If you invade this, it feels horrible for many reasons. It's Invader's Curse, Gold, and XP. And your back camps are coming up, right? Meaning he's somewhere here. Even if you don't get to this on time, at least you're on these mids and mid wave at the time. Like all this XP here is dead, right? So and you're down 200 mana that you're not gonna get back, right? Because you have no pots. It's just pure eye region. You have to back here. How much gold did you get for this camp?
yeah, I got very little. I know
You got-
about Invader's Curse.
You got 11 gold. Thank you, Zuko. Appreciate it, bro. What's up, Zai? His regank is scary. Might cost you a lot. Might cost you blue invade. But let's see. And they got to kill either way. Oh, Gen X is the beast. Not much you can do about that.
Yeah.
But think about this. This is another way to think about it. If I'm ADC and support here, I'm telling you to go fuck yourself. Why? Because you taxed not only the last wave, but then they solo killed, they 2v2'd, traded, they 2v2 and killed the hunter, and then you taxed the wave again. I'd be so mad. But obviously, like, you know, this is like just me as a competitor saying like, okay, this is troll, because, you know, but obviously, you know, it's a ranked game, so it's okay. And now your backs are gone, blue's invaded, and he's going to stop your back. He should, you know, Genetics is a smart guy. And now Sock kills this guy, blue's invaded, backs are gone. And you might think I'm 4, he's 3, right? You're doing fine, but think about why you're at 4. It's because you're taxing the X ball. Like the Hachi's even with the X ball, although the X ball just dominated that lane. And now you're on this side of the map, right? When all of this is up. So this isn't up. This is probably down and invaded, but double camps are up now. And now you're like messing up the rotation, right? And now this all becomes really invadable because their timers are off your timers. So your first rotation as a jungler, look at the gold lead. They're up 600. I think they got first blood, or who got first blood? No. You guys got first blood, I think, right? Or am I wrong? I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Your left tower is under attack.
This is fine. Fine-ish. Doesn't feel the greatest.
Enemy missing middle.
But also, right, you're trying to grind right now. You're trying to rank up as a player. Everything that I'm telling you is I'm breaking it down to the most minuscule detail. So what I'm saying is don't get in your head about this. This is me trying to break it down so you have the information. But when you're in game, don't overthink any of this. Sometimes you make plays, sometimes you don't, sometimes you suck, sometimes you're great. Just try to flow with the game and don't overthink every detail. I'm just telling you all of these details so you have it. So later when you look back, you know what actually happened.
An ally has been slain.
What lanes are winning and what lanes are losing? So if you could explain to me, what is this lane? It's an L, right? This lane is even and this lane just became an L off that kill. You agree? And the reason this lane just became an L is simply off the fact that you sapped so much XP, right? Look, Hachi 5, X-Ball 4. So you have 2 losing lanes in 4 minutes. Not saying that it's your fault directly, but you do have some sort of fault in this. And good players like Genetics are gonna punish that, right? And you're gonna feel it twice as hard. Because like, you know, some average Joe support is probably just gonna come mid and start sapping experience, right? But Genetics is gonna go and he's gonna be like, oh, you gave me a winning lane, every prod is mine, and you might see me at green buffs and mid camps. So you gotta be careful, like, you know, that early part of in a rank game is really important. You see what I mean? He's gonna punish hard.
Yeah. This Hachi is actually Pagon on his ult.
True, so he's gonna run it down. Here, you 3. The mana cost is worth the health, right? You're pretty much transferring mana into health, which is worth at this point. You'd agree?
Oh yeah, the 3 heals, I forgot.
No worries.
Is under attack.
This is looking like a decent gank. Good ward. Although, oh yeah, it's good ward. This is a hard kill for you. This is a better kill. Sorry about that. It was smart that you waited, though.
Your left tower is under attack.
I'll give you a biggest tip in ranked. You see Sot, you gank the lane. You know Sot is W king every time. Free MMR.
Okay.
What's up, Kyle? Thanks for the 10 months, bro. Appreciate you, gorgeous. You see what I mean? He's gonna just W key and he dunks there. So now they know you're mid. So now he's gonna gank left, right? Watch.
Enemy ultimate down.
He's about to show. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that sucks.
And where should you have been? You should have been hovering there, waiting for to play on South there because that lane is dead, right? Well, lost as of that time. So you ask yourself. This is what's gonna make you better as a jungler yourself, right? You can ask yourself, what I just did, was it right? So you didn't get mid camps because you didn't know if those were up because you didn't have timer, and all you did was split a mid wave with a mid laner over having a chance at re-establishing a lane, right? So you traded this, splitting this wave over having a chance at re-winning this lane. So that's like, if you ask me as a risk reward, I think that's incorrect. And that's something you can ask yourself too. You know, I don't need to be here. You can ask yourself, damn, was splitting this wave worth the chance of me counter ganking here? And even, let's say you try to counter gank and it doesn't go well. He dies and you kind of stay around. At least you're getting this wave, right? Instead of splitting it with this guy. So XP and gold wise, it's actually the right play regardless, if you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your left tower is under attack.
Another thing too, right? What's the point of warding if you're not going to react? Right? Like here you see him here, meaning you know he's going to gank here. Because if you look left, you see he's super low health and Thor used dunk, right? So Odin's probably going to play under tower. He's probably going to take like 2 tower shots. And you know Lance is coming. If you start heading here right now, you're probably going to get guaranteed a wave and maybe a kill. Instead, you choose to split this wave. And they know you can't make it here, right? Because now they see you. Like, look how low Sod is. He's literally 10%. Best case scenario, right? You kill him and you split the wave with Odin because he wasn't gonna be able to get it either way because Lance is coming. And then best case scenario is you kill Sod. Odin helps. Lance overcommits on Odin, probably kills him. You double trade, you get transcendence. Lane is even, and you're ahead now, right?
Oh wait.
Enemy ultimate down. An ally has been slain. If only I was there. Your left tower is under attack. War here.
Can you tell me another mistake here? I'm gonna just show you. Look at the map. What should you be doing? What do you think you should be doing? Doesn't have to be the right answer.
I should be going on the expo.
Nope, because on her showing, there's no prot. What you should be doing is you should be contesting these mid camps because mid camps great. Right, so this is the way you look at it as a jungler: is neutral farm over your farm. Why? Neutral farm is contested, your farm isn't, right? So this is always gonna be here. This isn't. So if you weren't gonna gank left, you have to contest mid camps because and mid camps are worth more than these packs. So let's say whatever you make a mistake, you don't gank the left, you feel like, oh shit, fuck, whatever, I fucked up, I should have been there. You have to get these mid camps because the jungler was here, and so you know you have a 2v1 here, meaning Cuckoo is scared to contest that, so you guaranteed get this, and then boom. Like these aren't worth that much. 15 gold, 11 gold, 40 gold. Mid camps are split more than that. But at least you get right mid, so that's good. Storm did win. Storm ended up winning. Storm beat Sages. But you saw how much happened, like, in 5 minutes. There was, like, so many things that went wrong in 5 minutes. Obviously, like, it's, if you look at it, like, breaking it down super hard, but that's how you should be looking at yourself, you know? You gotta be accountable with yourself. You know, I'm super harsh on my mistakes, always. That's the best way to learn. Here is it's not even worth that much to group camps, no cap. Because you could just auto them. I mean, you're gonna get a little bit of value off here. So the first thing you should do is 3 all the minions. Yo, thank you, April. Much love, man. Congrats to you guys too. I'll see you boys there. We'll definitely have a brewski. Win or lose, we're having brewskis. So there you should 3, right? Because you're going to be 3ing 6 units. So you 3-1, it clears all minis, and then you can 2 big, and then you're going to be fully sustained. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we play each other. I think we play Benny's team, and then you guys, right? Alright, so genetics is ending. You got to punish that. Nice. Was there a mistake there?
I could have just stayed over the wall instead.
No, the blink is perfect. The blink is perfect. The 2 is perfect. There's one. If you just press 4 here, there's no chance of anything happening to you, right? For 1, he has no jump. So if you 4 here, you swipe him twice, and then you swipe this guy. You still have jump. You still have 1. You still have shard. You're probably gonna just chase that guy out. You know what I mean? But now it gets a little. It can get a little sticky, right? Because now he's gonna 2 stun you, and now they have space to run and react. Well, ended up being okay. Nice shard. I chased this guy out, 100%. At least force his ult, right? Now you see Lancelot. So it was the right play until you saw Lancelot. So you probably would have chased him to here. He shows up on the ward. You respect it. Pril's been going crazy. Yeah, the 2 EU squads that won are savage. I'm just excited to compete, man. Oh, did I just grief? Oh, no. Thank you, XD. Appreciate you, beautiful. Yeah, you should be fine. Nice. Do you feel like you needed to jump here?
Yeah, just in case he ulted.
But what do you have for his ult?
Oh, my ult.
Exactly, and it doesn't cripple it. So there, what you did is like an overreaction. You know what I mean? Like you play everything is chess, right? You never want to just play a card like show your hands right away. Like here, he shows up, right? He wons once, and you're like, okay, won me again, I dare you. Then you go for the 2. Then if he ults, you press 4. And now that feels good because you already ganked. You were a successful gank. And then he came to try to clean up, but only traded ults with you, right? That's kind of the way you look at it. Let's do it, Pooty. Yo, Deathwalker's cooking on that build, bro. What's he going? Death Toll, Phalanx, Prophetic? My man's cooking up a fucking storm over there. The Mickey jungle roll? Bring out some spice, bro. We gotta bring out some spice. Entertainment value. Yeah, I feel like this land's gonna be a lot of fun. Anything can happen. Thank you, Strizzy. Nice. You went to CD. CD is definitely better than Pen at this point. What up, Pooty? Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, Nick. Good ward. Good patience. Not to show there. So now this gank, they don't know, but you should be more patient. You just became impatient, right? Because that guy was a prio. At least you got the assist. But you agree your targeting was off here? Watch. Alright, so right now your targeting is fine. Right? Because he hasn't taken enough damage. Alright. now you're targeting back. It came wrong. You see? Like, you kind of thought about it, but then you focus on the guy that's hitting you. You just 3 over and steal his damn kill at all costs, because you're not going to kill his lance, right? Because he still has buttons. You see how you kind of looked back at him? You kind of said, oh, you're hitting me, I'm going to hit you back. That's a bad tendency that some junglers have. This is the prio target. This is the money. This guy's 3-0, I'm pretty sure, right? So this is the right play. This is the wrong play. Even if he's going to die regardless, because you're never going to kill this guy. And there's a small chance he gets out. You see, like, there's a pretty... He almost did. Much love, Blue. So you're going for a Soul Eater build. This is a super scaling late game build.
Enemy ultimate down. Your left.
Okay, why'd you leave those archers?
I thought I could go on the blue in time, but he cleared it so fast.
True. Okay. Understandable. I just feel like the stacks are so nice here, right? Plus, archers are worth so much, especially if you get the last hit. Like, this is secure. This is like gambling, right? And at this point, you're going for a late game build. If you have Jotun's Wrath, I'm down for this, right? Because there's kill potential.
Your left tower.
Nice ult. You don't leave that up to chance.
Completed.
No, you could test this. But that's a good pillar from genetics, but you just look for a 1-2 from far. If you get it, good. If not, I mean, they're not. Even if they commit on you here, it's bad. You agree?
Yeah.
But now you respect it, right? Because now there's no farm. It was okay just to try to 50-50 the farm itself, but now with the ult, it's a little bit scary to be near 4 or 3. I feel like you got pretty greedy here. Just think about your build. You have to play towards your build, right? Like, you're going trans Soul Eater here, but you're playing like you have Jotuns. Like, if I have Jotuns here, yeah, I'm playing aggro like this. But with trans, I'm like, oh shit. Like, there's 4 people, they commit on me. Kuzembo gets a really good grab. That guy looks pretty low, almost guaranteed to be dead. Atlas has ult. I'm just looking to get maybe the speed green while they overcommit here. And then that means you're kind of scaling up on this guy because he keeps showing up to all the fights, right? Instead, you commit to for a KS, and it ends up, it ends up punishing really hard, right? And it ends up being a trade where it could have just been you farming.
I could have saved them. Beware the shifting sand.
Genetics is doing genetic things.
I'll attack. Ultimate is down.
What was wrong with that? I'm gonna let you watch it again.
Ultimate is
I
down.
rushed my stuff too fast.
Okay, so yeah, so pretty much you tell me what you think you did wrong there.
I jumped on him and not waited for his hammer.
Exactly. So when you 2 there, right? You can already, all right. So for one, your build doesn't show what you want to do, right? Like, you have Transcendence, half Soul Eater, and you're blinking on this guy like you're LeBron James. Like, you do 0 damage right now. Your power, you have 84 power with no pen, no CD, no nothing. You have nothing. You have 84 power and a dream, right? And this guy, if you tabbed, You don't even know what build he has, right? Because you haven't tabbed yet. He probably has breastplate or guard or something physical. So he's countering you, and you don't have any flat pen or percent pen to respond to it. So for one, this gank is garbage. When I say this gank is garbage, I mean two things. You use Blink, which is a giant resource for you. Two, you played it like he had like Jotun's Wrath first item, right? Like the way you dumped your kit, like it was like you were gonna one shot him. Once you 2 here, right? And it hits for 85. You gotta tell yourself, bro, I am not killing this guy, and this is probably a giant waste of time, right? And if you're ever gonna kill him, right? If you're ever gonna kill him, it's gonna be playing his jump, right? So you have to 2 slow, get auto, 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 auto. He stuns you, auto. He decides to double tap you for some reason, crazy reason, and not TP to it. Then you full commit with your 3-1. But you 2ing this, then missing your 1, which is okay, mechanics happen, and then jumping, like this jump is drastic. Like it makes no sense to me. You gotta just be playing your camps here. Like you gotta be farming with this build. There's no way you're ganking this. If I'm hit you right there, I 2 him. I don't blink, but if he does give me the opportunity to 2, I 2 him. I see that it hits for 86, and I just walk away. Especially and tell me Sa isn't smart, right? He's fighting you. Like he knows that this is bad for you. He knows that you're going to spend time here fighting him while look what's happening on the other side. This is where you should be, right? Grouping this, going here, this is an overextension. This is a debate. And that's why he's brawling with you. He knows that he can get out whenever. He just saw you dump 3 spells. He knows you have no spells. And he knows that you're just going to spin and probably stun you, then hammer you. He probably can't kill you either, but he knows that he's just wasting your time. Onin shows up, hammer out. He knows you have no buttons. He shards, Omega low. Sop probably shards. He has another hammer. Kuku's here now. He stuns you, double taps you, and he goes in on you because he's a savage. And I'm gonna ask you, you think Sop's happy about that? Hell yeah, he's happy about that. He just literally wasted your time. You just came out of base, didn't farm a single camp, went to fight him. He out damaged you because his build is better than your build right now. And now he's gonna go farm mid camps because he still has HP 5 when you don't. You know what I mean? And you haven't gotten any farm, and this is when you're starting to fall behind right here. You see that? Lance is getting 10. You haven't hit a camp. Double speed and red are up, and right side is losing. So like right now, if there was a line graph on how the XP line graph is like this right now, going like this right now. It's literally declined, like dipping because of that of this just in general player that just happened. Look at the gold lead. It's 5K. This game is like 3K MMR. F6 is correct. No, I'm kidding. Where should you go next? There's no wrong answer.
The mid camps with the shoot buff.
That's wrong. No, I'm kidding. well, another one. Look at the mini map.
Two cover right lane.
Another one.
The green buff.
Another one.
My speed.
Hell yeah. Why?
Because that's guaranteed.
And it's not only that, and it goes back to your build, right? You're still stacking, and you need Soul Eater. Like, all right. Let me explain items to you. So you're going to greedy build. Would you consider your build greedy?
Mm-hmm.
You're double stacking. So you means you're going to have no flat pen until you finish your Soul Eater, right? And this is just flat pen, not percent pen. By the time you finish Soul Eater stacking, Sot's gonna have 2 physical D items, meaning your flat pen, right? Let's say, for example, 15 flat pen. He's gonna have 130 physical procs, meaning he's mitigating at least 60% of your damage by the time you gank him with a full Soul Eater and a full Transcendence. So what you have to do is you have to realize, hey guys, all our lanes are lost. I'm really behind. I need to get to my item spikes as soon as possible because fighting right now is not going to bring you back. Fighting right now, all it's going to do is going to keep delaying your spike so the game becomes more and more, like, less unwinnable, right? No, that was wrong. That's too double negative. More unwinnable, sorry. So, like, if there is a percent chance to win, right? In terms of, like, AI, right? Say every time you gank, it drops by like 3% with this build. Think about that. 3%. Like every time you go for a gank with this build, if you're not double killing like a dual lane or something, it's dropping significantly because your build is not meant to fight on your Soul Eater spike. It's meant on the 3rd or 4th item you are then strong. But that's so far away, especially right now and the way you keep delaying it. So speed to your backs, to defending this blue, to defending this wave is your best case scenario. Maori with the 3 months. Appreciate you, gorgeous. I feel like you streaming this should be illegal. I'm learning so much. I'm glad you're learning, man. Shout out to my man, Icy, getting the coaching session. Hopefully Icy's learning something too.
Your left tower is under attack.
How long has the speed been up? If you could guess.
For like a whole minute now.
It's been up for at least 3 to 4 minutes.
Your left tower has been destroyed. Enemy missed.
In the time you cleared it, there would have been another speed buff. When you clear speed buff, look at your XP. You would be level 11 if you cleared the speed buff. Do you see how big of a chunk that is? It's 1/3 of your XP. So you would have got 2 of those in the time that you would have dropped it. Meaning you'd be 11 and 2/4 and Soul Eater finished. You see how much you're delaying your spike?
Yeah.
Right. Your right tower is under attack.
The rule of thumb always in jungle is clear camps, then gank. Because if you gank before clearing camps, what happens is if the gank goes wrong, it feels twice as bad. If you clear all your camps, gank a lane, and then die, it's okay. Your camps are clear. They're respawning, right? That means it's efficient farming. But if you go gank a lane while all your camps are up, what are they not doing? They're not respawning. They're staying there. So look at the goal lead. It's insane for this time. I'm not saying it's only your fault. Obviously, all the lanes lost. Had to do a little bit with you, but it's not all your fault. They still could have, been kind of even. So what is the most important thing to do right now that you're coming out of your base? Number one most important thing to do right now.
To farm.
Correct. Farm what? Stacks. Any minion you kill right now, you're getting double value in stacks. So killing a wave is important. I mean, unfortunately, if it's taxing your team, it is what it is.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Good job. Why did you think you can fight after you kill that cuckoo? Don't
I
worry.
wanted to just sit in the pool, just poke him and then go away, but then I got ganked.
Exactly. Meaning what? You weren't looking at your minimap before you did that gank, right? So let's look at your minimap before you gank here. Right? Thor missing. Lance coming here. Anher's here. Lance rotating. Hachi shows. Thor's missing. Nothing to do in the jungle. So Thor has one option, right? Where is he coming? Mid. So if you thought about all of that before going for this kill, you would know what? To run the other direction as soon as you get that kill. So what I'm explaining to you is, if you're able to look at the minimap, get information, then go for the gank, the chances of you making the right decision after are much higher than just see. Right here, you're just seeing red, right? You're not looking at everything else, which is hard, right? MOBAs are fucking hard. MOBAs are hard. You have to be an insane multitasker. Sometimes you watch streamers, you think, oh, it's easy. It looks easy. It looks easy when a streamer does it or a top player does it, but really the amount of things they're thinking in their head as they're playing the game is so many. The more you think, the more accurate your decisions are gonna be, right? So here, if I'm you, I know this Cuckoo is worth a fucking shit ton. He's 4 levels above me, right? So from here, I'm hopping forward and pressing 4 immediately because I know I need to get this kill before Lance gets here and Thor gets here. So you play it kind of patient, right? You kind of just like take your time. For some reason, you won this guy, which is horribly wrong, but it's fine. I go for it. So best case scenario is you 2 this guy, and then you have 4 to get away, right? But you 4 for the kill, which is a little panicky, but it's okay. If you had looked at the minimap here, now with the information you have, where is this last swipe gonna go? This way, right? And you should be holding it as long as you can, right? And as soon as you drop from this camo ult, what button should you be pressing next?
The horn shard.
Why?
So I can get my leap out faster.
Exactly. Smart.
Enemy missing left. Enemy ultimate incoming. Impressive killing spree. Your middle tower is under attack.
What item are you going? Hydras?
Yeah.
I would say it's a little... So at this point in the game, you should be switching your build because you're so behind. You need percent pen, right? As much percent pen as you can get. So the best item, in my opinion, here is Serrated or Crusher. I know Crusher has 10% pen and Hydras has 10% pen, but Crusher is a better item to kill tanks than Hydra is, in my opinion, because it's based off your abilities, right? And you want to be away from tanks. You don't want to be on top of tanks because that means mages can hit you and hunters can hit you. So Crusher, you know, being like on your spells, you know, 2-1 from far and it's ticking and you have high power because of your, you know, greedy build, it's going to work out. But best item I think is Serrated because you need the pen immediately.
Your middle tower has been.
And remember what I said, minion kills are super important. Right now, every kill you get is double stacked to both spells. I mean, both items. But this could be a good gank here. This gank is definitely worth more than your back camps here. So this is the right play. Who's the right target here? I'm gonna show you here, and you tell me who's the right. Who's the right target?
The land.
Correct. Why?
Because he has no defense.
And that means, tell me something about your build. What doesn't it have?
Percent pen.
Pen at all. So this is your best target by far. You do 0 damage to both of these guys. If you had Jotun's Hydras, you could maybe go on Thor here. You have Soul Eater unstacked, you have to go on this guy. No option. Yo, Gauzen with the 15 months, thank you, really appreciate it. Go ranked? Yeah, I'm gonna be playing ranked after the coaching session. You'd agree it's a huge mistake, right? But it ended up being okay. Jesus. Is this a good fight? What up, Zerbic? Hello?
Oh, hello?
Yeah. Is this a good fight?
Uh, yes.
Why?
Because everyone's here.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not.
So the biggest thing to look at is first you have no ult, you have no blink, and I know I've harped on it, but you're still not done stacking, so you have no items. So once you miss your 2 there, you have to completely U-turn and run away. Because you don't kill anyone here, you only die.
Your right tower. Your right tower has been destroyed. Till we meet again.
So here, you need to, once you take the Thor kill, you get the Thor assist, whatever. I also don't like the way you did your jump here, right? Your jump does no damage right now. It's level 1 and you have Soul Eater and Transcendence unstacked. You do no damage. Your 3 does 100 damage. Your auto does 100 damage, right? So your jump is better to keep to reposition than it is to do damage. You'd agree?
Yeah, but I think I did jump in case he was going to use his wall, and I would just jump over it.
Maybe, yeah. But either way, so you get this assist, right? What does your brain need to be yelling at you?
To farm.
Go farm. Go farm. Staying here only gives you a chance to die and guess what? Delay your build. Your build cannot be delayed any longer. You have no spells to fight with. You have no CD right now. You know you have 0 CD right now, right?
Yeah.
So you have 0 CD, you have 0 pen, you have 80 power. You're not a character. As soon as you kill that Thor, you do red, you do backs, you go here, you take this, you split this wave, you get your Transcendence fully stacked. So either closer to stacked, you're level 14. Instead, it's delayed a bit. But at least this Lance isn't farming either, because he should be infinitely ahead. I have no clue what he's doing. If you're not going to split this wave, you're going to go to speed. There's 2 options here. Split, speed. Everything else is wrong.
For those I cannot see. Enemy spotted.
Have you noticed that you walk around a lot?
Mm-hmm.
You can't walk around if there's farm up. If there's a speed up and you're walking anywhere but towards the speed, it's wrong. Invader's Curse guarantees this. If Invader's Curse was not a thing, then maybe.
Be right back. Luck be with
Do you kill this Lancelot ever?
No.
How did this happen? Think about what you did to allow this scenario to happen here.
I was pushing so far up.
Exactly. You were here, but with no goal. Right? What was your goal here? You had none. You had no direction. You need direction. Every time you're in jungle and you're leaving your base, if you don't have direction, it's wrong. It doesn't matter what it is. I'd rather you have a direction and it be wrong than learn than have no direction. Right? Because that's how you learn fast. Every time you come out of your base, make a goal. I'm going to speed, to mid camps, gank mid, then go left. It can change in the time you do it, but at least do it. And then if it's wrong, I'll be like, okay, shit, I should have done din, right? So that's how you learn. The more mistakes you make, the faster you learn. Since this Thor assist, you split a back camp, right? That's all you have done and he's alive again and already cleared 2 waves. In the time he was dead, you just walked around. As soon as he dies, the first thing you should be looking for is farm. Where's the farm? Where's the farm? Your speed buffs are up infinitely too long. Your speed buffs need to die on CD. As soon as they spawn, I want you auto-attacking the air. Every time. Because this is what happens. Now your speed is contested. How the hell do you get back in this game? And you're still around. You're literally a madman. But it ends up being okay because I have no clue what these guys are doing back here. It's literally a party. But in a game where like people are really trying to like lock in and play your jungle really aggressive and play smart, like they're not going to be here. This is like just a genetic sock queue where they're just running it down. So it's giving you space to revive. But in a real game, like this speed is invaded, they're running away and you're out of this game completely. Here you should be jumping over the 3 immediately. Good job. Alright, I'm going to skip a little bit to the team fights. Help you with positioning and target selection. So is this your main role?
It used to be, but now it's mid, as you know.
The Chang'e lifestyle?
Yep.
Well, you gotta start somewhere. But with mid, it's even the same thing. Everything that I'm teaching you right now, it's... Oh, sorry, I'm about to sneeze. See you at Worlds, Chris. Thank you, man. So everything I'm teaching you right now about target selection, farming patterns, all still applies to mid. Honor jumps to green. Green isn't up. Where are you going? Is this wrong? Yes, it is.
The speed again.
Speed again. How are you going to get back in this game if you don't farm your speeds? You're falling so behind. If you had farmed everything that I've told you at this point, the speed, back camps, waves, back camps, mid camps, green, you'd be like level 17 right now. This Lance is farming pretty bad. Once his gold dies and they get it, right? There is nothing for you to do here but run away and go to your speed buff. Because everything that's going to happen here is guaranteed bad for you, right? One, they have 4 people. 2, they're up 7k gold. 3, you're missing Odin. You don't know where Thor is. So this is automatically, you go for the steal, maybe. I wouldn't even go for it. I 50-50 with my 1 from outside. It doesn't go. I'm jumping a speed buff immediately. Never a doubt. Much love, King. Appreciate you, big dog. This is what we call help a friend syndrome. You panicked your jump. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Good players. You see, you don't even see Thor coming, by the way. I could tell by just, you're not looking at your minimap. You need to look at your minimap more. Because you didn't even know Thor was here. He showed on midwave. He was crossing from like a long time ago. As soon as he misses his wall, there is no reason for you to jump here. You jump as soon as he throws his, as soon as he spins, meaning he only has hammer, so he has to double tap you. So you wait for the spin, because now he has double tap. I mean, solid is solid. I don't know why he spin there, but okay. He doesn't land on you. You go to the mid wave. You go straight to your backs. You're happy about that, but your team isn't. That's for sure. They got to trade. You definitely do not back. You're getting all the farm, all the farm, all the farm. If you want to rank up fast and be better than all these players, it's all about farming patterns. Smite players are god awful at farming. God awful. They have no clue how to farm. The fact that, think about this. Think about everything we've talked about in terms of errors, in terms of farming patterns in the last 17 minutes, and you are 1 level behind this dude. So think about what that guy's doing. Whatever that guy's doing is different. there's no way he's that behind. Like, he's every lane 1. He should have a free map. That guy should be 20 right now, or maybe like 19. When your lanes win, that means you have more map. If you have more map, how do you take advantage? By farming the map. If you keep ganking, that's a problem, right? What do a lot of ranked games end up being is they win 3 lanes, and what happens? Everybody just runs it down, right? Because they won 3 lanes, they're like, whatever, we're gonna have fun, and they run it down. And what ends up happening is they're not farming their side of the map; they're just running it down. And with how insane comeback kills are in this game right now and comeback mechanics, you end up coming back. That's what happens in all these ranked games.
Yeah, I see it happen a lot.
But if these guys were to play it to true, like if Genetics and Salt were playing to like completely like this is Worlds, you know, if they're competing, they'd be both level like 19. Salt's definitely like 20 or something, you know what I mean? And he's choking your map. So you want to get to that point, right? You're trying to compete, or I don't know, what are you trying to do? Trying to get to GM?
I'm just trying to play at a high level for fun.
For sure. Nice 2-1. Same problem though. I mean, it's fine. That ended up being kind of okay.
Enemy ultimate down.
Ults are down. 4 people mid. Nice 2-1. Beautiful 2-1. This guy cages. On her jump. Wall. Good try. Ult. Yeah, fuck that. You here to confirm kills. After this, what are you doing with the rest of this ult?
To just get out.
Why?
Because I have nothing up.
Well, you're gonna have it up.
Well,
The more important reason.
I'm so far behind them, and my team's back.
Exactly. You kind of traded this guy. Your X-Ball's dead. Your Kuzembo's in right farming for some crazy reason, and you used every ability to kill this guy. So you killed this kill, and you run the other direction with it. Even if you play this mathematically perfect, you never win it. And think about this, right? Is this farm up?
I think so, because they were in mid for so long.
Exactly.
Yes. Retreat.
Genetics was just limit testing there. He knew he had shell for the bait. Forces the Odin to jump in. Baits him too. Easy game, easy life. Thanks for the follow, Diego. I mean, what's up, Diego? You did fire, you guys do gold, that's fine. Were these back camps worth it?
No,
Why?
because they're threatening Phoenix.
More important reason. But yeah, they're threatening Phoenix and it doesn't get you anything else. What else is it but getting you? You're playing towards a spike. You already have serrated. So it's just like you're greeting at the wrong time. So you see the big difference? Like greeting in the early game because you're stacking, that is good. Greeting when they're sieging and you don't have an extra spike off the camp you're killing, questionable. Alright, so finally you do damage. You've hit your finally a damage spike. Now I've used it.
Minutes.
Alright, so another thing here, right? You don't know. You're not set on who you want to fight here, right? You don't know who you want to kill here. You could tell by the way you're like sporadic. Like first you need to flank, right? As a jungler, you're always flanking. If you're ever coming through the middle of the fight is probably bad because the whole backline sees you, right? So there's no surprise factor. So you don't know who you're going on yet here. You get a short blink. What do I mean by a short blink? It's a blink that has very low value because you're far away from them still, right? If you blink right here, you're not going to miss your 2. If you blink here, there's a chance you miss your 2. You miss both spells. And now you're forced to ult, and they're all have like shell. And now that fight is bad. So you saw what, like probably like 5 mistakes in just one simple fight. So for one, you initiated when you didn't need to, right? You went in when the fight was still kind of wishy-washy. Yeah, they're kind of low, but they have FG, they have shell, they have, you know, a lot of things here, a lot of factors here. Still wishy-washy fight. If you come from a flank like this and you blink behind on the Kama, on the Cuckoo, and you 2 him, then 1 him, and he's like this, then he gets shelled, then you ult, then you kill him, you're back. You're back in the game. Instead, you short blink where it's still missable. And so another thing is not only are your spells missable from this range and off the short blink, you're also allowing for a long time of reaction, right? The blink is so far that Genetics can, even though he's focused on the Kuzembo, it gives him enough time to be like, yo, I'm going to shell whenever, you know, he shells right away. Because you give him so much time to think. They're on YouTube, smitegame, and I'm uploading one of the games. If you go in here, this is good, right? Because now 1 shell is down, you know, a couple ults. Now they're overextending. Now is your opening. Now is when you use blink and ult 2, 1, 3.
Set up an ambush. Attack.
I want to upload it tonight. More
On my way. On my way. Ultimate is ready.
You should never use 2 to clear wave. You have no fight. Another thing I don't like that you do is you'll hold your ability, and when you hold your ability, you're guaranteed to use it. See how you're holding your 3 here? You're still holding it. And now I know you're going to cast it because you're holding it for that long. You don't need to cast a spell. Be an ADHD addict and just press 3 right click, 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 1. If you watch me when I'm playing, I'm little crackhead. 1, 2, 1 right click, 1 right click, 2 right click, 2 right click. I'm always ready to use a spell. If you don't feel like you're good at that, then I'd practice instacast. But I come from Dota where I have like 120 clicks per minute. It feels very normal to me to click a lot, you know, nonstop. But if you feel very uncomfortable with clicking that much, I would practice instacast. You also throw your spells like without like, take your time. Go up and auto him. You know what I mean? Auto him and then force him to juke one way, and eventually he will.
I don't really do that much except for certain gods like Thanatos for the start.
So you think this Jumbo smart?
No.
Exactly. You're getting played by him. Like don't follow him. Like just run up to him, auto him. He has to wall you. You then 2. If he throws hammer to double tap you, then you full commit. There's when you 2. When you have setup on the Kuzan. Nice ult.
Your middle phoenix has been destroyed.
You have no buttons to fight here. Yeah, Kama's just one of those gods that, I mean, you're either goated with him, or it's like either hot or cold god.
I haven't played him much, but I heard he's really strong right now.
Yeah, he's definitely strong. He's always been strong. Like his damage is high, and he just. But it's all about just landing your 2-1s. If you're landing your 2-1 and then jumping, like, you know, crucial abilities, he's so strong. But it seems like, yeah, you don't know the micro on him. Like, you don't know your damage potential, the spikes, when to go in, when to go out, like things that, you know. But obviously playing is the best way to learn, so that's fine. You should watch Kama videos. Just watch Adapting Play Kama. I have Kama videos. Watch like how we're patient on our 2 and our 1s, when to jump, when we use ult. Like our ult, like you ult mega prematurely. You ult super prematurely in a lot of these fights. Like ult, if you don't have ult, you're not a god right now, right? With Kama, like how are you gonna kill anyone? Your blink and your ult are the only way you can kill. You have eye now. You actually do pretty good damage. You're kind of back now. Like if you blink on the lance or the cuckoo or the hachi and blink 2, auto 1, auto 3, auto and then ult, you're guaranteed to kill them through actives. All right, every time too, you how many times have you casted a spell on Sot? I think you have casted about 80% of your abilities on Sot, the tank. Meaning, all right, look at this. Look, I'll explain this to you. Nobody knows where you are right now. Now they know where you are. You see how fast Genetics looked at you? He was looking at Kuzin. You show on him, he knows your prio target. If you don't show on him, and you're like hiding back here, Cuckoo's over here, they commit on Kuzin, they commit on X-Ball, they leave the Hachi open, then you go. But showing yourself to do 200 damage to San is not worth it. Cuckoo's not here. You should be calling a fight. This is your best fight. You see, Anher knows your prio. You see how he just jumps on you? He knows that pushing you out is worth it. Even if you don't die, you see, forces your ult. Now you're not a god anymore. Just because you showed yourself on Sot, this all happened.
Oh, okay.
So you got to play more of an assassin type style. You got to think about, okay, I'm not going to show myself. So your team just picked you up there, right? Because they kind of overcommitted you on a little bit. They used a couple of spells on you. You landed on. So this is the bad target. Wait for him to use his horse ability. Unfortunate. Good try. Good play from him. You have yet to do damage with your jump this whole game. You always jump to cut distance, meaning you weren't in good enough position to fight. So that has to do with positioning. Like another one where you have to cut distance. Keep running straight. He's gonna over juke. You don't have to juke shit. Beautiful. Nice. Sí, ¿quién ganamos? I'm not sure what he's doing, but beautiful.
On my way.
What is the next best item here?
I went with Heartseeker.
Yeah, Heartseeker is right, but the reason being is that you love to cast on tanks. If you see me go Bloodforge pretty early on some assassins. I don't know if you've ever seen, but I go Bloodforge sometimes third item, fourth item. Reason being is I know that I can. Some games I know that I can get to backline. Some games I know that I can't. So it just depends completely on whether I can or I can't get to the backline. Muchas gracias, King. Sigue. Ganamos. Vamos a Atlanta en enero. No, Lancelot. Thor's in the air. You're gonna die. Reason being is that you routed the wrong way. Here, as soon as you jumped, so you know where Honor is. Lancelot is dead. Thor is here dunking, right? So you jumped, which is fine for me. But you go away from your... This is going away, right? If you go this way, you have a way higher chance of living.
Yeah. Though, I think it did go this way because where I heard him cast the ult, I thought that
There's
would
somewhere
still
to
be
go
in
over here.
range.
Save yourself.
Wait, he's gotta run with that ult. Hold it until you can't. Nice. Jump before you get stunned. Nice, you live to see another day, but now you have nothing to fight. Bro, you love casting on Saw, bro. It's just Saw is baiting you. Oh shit, I was dying. But by Saw standing in your face like that, like he's like kind of debating you, and you gotta just be able to look past him. Like, you can't cast on the guy. You have to have a reason you're casting on someone, not cast because he's in front of me, right?
I cast a...
That one
on
was
a
kind of
50
fine.
used hammer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was kind of fine, but that's been the only one that's been fine. That you never kill there, so that blink is a waste. You agree? All right, let's say you hit the 2. He's here. What is he gonna do?
He'll use 2 or ult away.
Exactly. He's gonna ult away, and then that means you use your blink for his ult, right? 140 second CD for 60 second CD, not worth. Because now you're literally not a god, right? No blink, no ult. Who do you kill? I mean, there's only 2 to kill, so it's kind of fine. But like, your blink and your ult are your goes. If you waste your goes, you're not a god.
Defend.
Oh, wait, you get...
Your middle phoenix has been destroyed. Your middle phoenix
Atlas died. Yeah, you have no ult. I feel like you never have ult. Is this troll? It's 4v1. 2 guys here, 1 guy here, 1 bird left. And you're going to try to poke with your 1. You have 1 goal right now. It's your ult. Blink and 50. So you need to not show here. Like, hide somewhere here. Let them commit to the Phoenix. Let them go on Kuzembo or Odin. Then you go in. Going in here guarantees you're going to have to waste resources. And now you have no buttons.
Your right phoenix is under attack.
Now you want to go, but how are you going to go? I mean, the game's over either way, but... So, definitely a lot of things to highlight. 1, understand your item builds. Your item builds is how you play the game. If you're going to build Trans Insulator, you have to farm. If you're going to build Joan's Hydras, you can fight aggressively. Another thing to do is learn farming patterns and try to make patterns from the jungle. If you're going to, let's say you want to gank duo because you have a good gank on duo because you're Thor and you have a wall versus a double dash characters. Okay. Then make your routes around that. Double speed into prot, into gank, right? You're making patterns. Right now, you're just walking around. You have no direction in terms of farming. You just walk around and you're like, okay, I'm here, but I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here. No, you need to be here because blue's coming up. I'm invading blue. Their backs are coming up. I want to invade this, but I'm invading the back camps because all my camps are down. So all these things are super, super important to understand. Like, have routes. When you watch me play, right, look at all the routes I take and ask yourself, would you have taken that route? And if the answer is no, ask yourself, why did I do what I did, right? So once you do that often, you're gonna learn much faster, and then you apply what you learned to your gameplay, and you'll see it. You'll see big improvements fast. Jungle is one of the hardest roles, so don't worry, it's gonna take a long time to really master. You have anything you want to ask me or anything that you feel?
I think that's pretty much it.
All right, brother. It was a pleasure to coach you, man. Pleasure to talk with you. I'll see you in the rank queues, brother.
Alright, see ya.
All right, man. Take care.